Return to Big Beauty Land shortly. Lift off in T-3, 2, 1.
I should probably go to bed. I should probably turn off my phone. I should quit while I'm ahead. I should probably leave you alone. Yeah, if I find out, baby, are you coming for the ride? When I look into your eyes, I just wanna hold you all night.
Getting started in about 2 minutes, guys. Let's go. Well, the end of the quarter.
Well, somebody told me you had a boyfriend who looked like a girlfriend that I had in February of last year. It's not confidential. I got potential, rushing around. Because of you,
Let's go in the chat. Let me know how the quarter went. Quarter two is about over. How did it go? Did you hit your goal? Yes or no? Let's go.
Safe side so I don't get hurt. Because of you. Make it harder, make it better, moving faster, makes us stronger than ever. Hour after hour, work is never over.
Did you hit your goal? Drop it into the chat. Drop it into the chat. Let's go. Whether you hit it or not, let's be honest.
Our work is never over. Because of you. Make it harder, make it better. Because of you. Moving faster, makes us stronger. Because of you. Make it harder, make it better.
Again, started in 1 minute, guys. 1 minute, 1 minute. Go.
She's up all night to the sun.
Goal, whatever that goal might be. What was that goal and did you hit it?
Cause there we are again on that little town street. You almost ran the red cause you were looking over at me. Wind in my hair, I was there. I remember it all too well. Hey, you call me up again just to break me like a promise. So casually cruel in the name of being honest. I'm a crumbled down piece of paper lying here. Cause I remember it all.
Is it true that if you
30 seconds, let me know if you hit that goal. I'm going to stop this share. What is going on, everybody? My name is John Marone. I am the CINC conversion specialist. Look, this is the end of Q2. The end of Q2. We're halfway through the year. We got what, like 2 days left. 2 days left. I asked a question in here. Who here hit their goal? Right? Who here hit their goal? We have some that said yes. We had some that said no. Right? Working on it. Working on it. Here's the thing, guys, right? Whether you hit it or you didn't hit it, let's be honest, right? That's number one. I do want to say, I know a lot of people are jumping in here now. You will not see a video. You'll see the CINC symbol, but I will show you my screen with the scripts here shortly. But for those of you guys that have been on here more than once, you know how this thing goes. We always talk about the mindset shifts, and then we talk about the skill set shifts. And I get this question all the time. Where can you guys find me outside of here? If you guys hit me up on Instagram, it's at Real John Marone, at Real John Marone. I always get messages on how you guys could connect afterwards. And please let me know if there's any way I can serve you guys. If there's anything that myself and CINC can do to go ahead and bring you more value, to go ahead and help you hit those goals in Q3. But going once again to these Q2 goals, I look at it and I know it probably went by faster than you thought, right? I know it probably was a little harder than you thought. And now all of a sudden we're sitting here in a huge shift in the market, right? A huge shift in the market. And I've talked about this before, but I just want to bring it home one more time for you guys, because I wrote a post on my Instagram, as well as I wrote a post on my Facebook. Mike says, anybody else have no audio? Can you guys hear me? Say yes in the chat if you guys could hear me. Just want to make sure. Yes. All right, cool. Boom, boom, boom. So it might be something with you, Mike. So I wrote this on my Instagram. I wrote this on my Facebook, and I just kind of want to share it with you guys because I think some of you guys need a rude awakening. And I think some of you guys need a rude awakening. And for those of you that have been to a conversion day, I always ask, that permission to tell you what you need to hear versus what you want to hear, right? And this is kind of one of those moments, guys, that it's going to get real for a second. It's going to get real for a second. And just kind of, I just want to start off with saying, what happened in the last year or whatever, 2021 versus what's going to happen going forward is going to be a lot different. And there has never, ever, ever been such a need for the continually consistent up-leveling of your mindset and skill set. Like I'm telling you right now, like there are going to be, we talked about the shift in the market. There's going to be a shift in a lot of people's businesses where they won't be here anymore, right? There's going to be a thinning out of people who they did okay in a market that was easy. And now when it's about to get hard, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, it's going to get hard, but it's not going to be impossible, right? I've seen many, many, many people build their businesses in seasons like this because it is separation season, right? It's separation season. There are going to be people that are going to complain about the market. They're going to be people that are going to be complaining about, why did the market shift so much, complaining about the leads. There's going to be all these things happening, but then there's going to be these people who are going to focus on truly developing the mindset and skill set rewiring that they need to do. Because like, just being honest, you didn't need to have a strong mindset or very high skill set to win in the last 2 years. Like you just didn't. You just did not have to have it. There is deals that are coming to you no matter how good you were, no matter how much you finessed and rewired your mindset and stopped self-sabotaging, right? We're about to witness who is willing to control the controllable, dedicate themselves to the effort and unattach themselves to instant gratification. Let me say that one more time. We're about to witness, and this is going to be some of your friends in the industry who are willing to control the controllable, write that down, dedicate themselves to the effort, and finally unattaching themselves from instant gratification. We're going to see who's willing to do that. And we're going to witness who's not willing to do that. Because the next season of your business is going to suffer if you don't dedicate yourself to those things. The next season of your business will suffer. And I'm saying that with love. I'm saying that with empathy because I've seen businesses start to make this shift of watching their agents just completely shut down and not know what to do. And they don't know what to do because they didn't do the things that really drive success in the first place. Working on their role play, right? Reading every single day to up level and transform their mindset, putting in the work when nobody's watching. And that's what needs to change right now. Like I put on the Facebook post and Instagram post, I said, am I trying to put a little fear into you with that statement that your business will suffer if you don't go ahead and start controlling the controllable and dedicate yourselves to the effort and get rid of instant gratification? Am I trying to put fear in you with the statement? And honestly, yeah. But more fear, I think it's more of understanding and awareness, right? Because look, I get it. The last several years, and it wasn't, you didn't have to have the best skill set to win. In the next season, you're going to have to. You're gonna have to continue to train. Buckle up, get the training, immerse yourself in it, control the effort, the execution, and the energy every day. I preach this all the time. Control the effort, the execution, and the energy daily. Get it out of the instant gratification mindset, buy into the process, buy into the process. It's not going to be pretty all the time, right? It's not going to be pretty and rainbows and unicorns, and you're not going to be sitting there and you're not going to get tons of yeses when you leave this role play call and you start making dials. No, it's going to be a grind. You're going to have to enter into the world of grit. You're going to have to enter into the world of grit. And if you weren't there before, then you're going to have to get into it now. Okay, you're going to have to. So I hope a lot of you guys who are hearing this right now, you feel it. You feel it. Because champions are built right now. Champions are being built right now. And this is how you become a champion right now in this season. Write this down. This is what you need to do. Write this down, please. Okay? 1, start now. 2, train like you've never trained before. 3, ask to be held accountable like never before. 4, buy into the process like never before. 5, do the work in the dark like never before. Do the work in the dark like never before. Do it when nobody's watching. 6, attach yourself to the effort like never before. And last but not least, one of my favorite quotes, control the controllable. Control the controllable. I'll repeat those again. Brandon, I know I went a little fast for you. Michael, yes, this is live, brother. So if you're ready right now, and you're saying, okay, I'm going to win in this season. There are going to be a lot of agents who will complain, a lot of agents who will dip out, a lot of agents who will sit there and point the fingers, a lot of agents who are just going to sit there with their hands in the pocket. But if you want to build this championship business, because I promise you, it is absolutely possible, right? It is absolutely possible. Then this is what we do. We first start now. I'll repeat them again, so now you guys are asking me. 2, we train like we never trained before. You guys are jumping on here every other week. What are you doing in between that time? Right? What are you doing in between that time? Right? Next is ask to be held accountable. Please ask somebody to hold you accountable. You have to realize and understand that, like, you don't have to do this alone, and you're not weak asking somebody to hold you accountable. I think that's the big thing. You're not weak. You're actually strong to admit you need somebody to hold you accountable. 4, buy into the process like never before, because it's a process. It's a grind. It's going to be gritty. It has to be. The way to do business to last 12 months or 18 months is not the same in the next 18 months. Doesn't mean that it's not going to be successful. Next is do the work in the dark. What do I mean by that? When I say do the work in the dark, I simply mean put yourself into the mindset that if there's an audience of 1, which is yourself, you're going to show up like if there's an audience of 100. If no one's there to role play, you're role playing. If no one shows up on call night, you have it yourself. You do the work in the dark. The next one is attach yourself to the effort. Attach yourself to the effort, people. You control that. And that goes into the last part. Control the controllables. Control the controllable. What is going on with the market, I am sorry, but you have no power over. You have no power over it. Why focus on it? Why stress over it? Why create overwhelm? Why put so much attention into something you have no control over? Because here's what happens. When you can try to put so much attention and focus into things you don't have control over, it actually takes your energy, sucks your energy, it weakens your mindset. And when it comes time to control the controllable, which is role playing, making your dial, staying focused, you have no energy to do so. So if you do those things, you'll be successful. And like I asked my group, like I asked the Facebook community and Instagram, you have two options here, people. Step up or step out. Step up or step out. Make the decision now. Don't delay the inevitable. Make the decision now. Are you going to step up in this season of your business, no matter how hard it is, or are you going to step out? And it's okay. You go either way. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to tell you those are the things that you need to do in order to step up. Or you could just say, I'm not willing to do that. So you need to step out. And that's fair, because that's your path. So in the chat, I want to know, you guys ready and willing, or do you guys want to step out? Like, who do you want to be? I want to be somebody that steps up or step out. Step up or step out. Drop it to the chat. Step up or step out. Every time you face up against a difficult situation, you're going to step up or you're going to step out. Every time you face up against the old self-sabotage and limited beliefs, excuse-making stuff that maybe you were in the past, are you going to step up or are you going to step out? So every time you put yourself in a situation, I want you guys to say one thing, and that is, I'm stepping up. I'm stepping up. I don't want to role play right now, but I'm stepping up. I don't want to make these dials, but I'm stepping up. Step up or step out. Thanks, Brian. Brian said I sound like I'm 20. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And so now let's get into the skill set stuff. But going back to it, guys, this is, we've been doing Conversion Day for 4.5 years. And we've trained over 8,000 agents now. And we have a conversion rate of 33%. 8,000 agents, conversion rate of 33% from contact to appointment set. Why is it? It's not just the skill set stuff. It's the 7 hours that we take you through of the transforming of the mindset. That's how it all begins, right? That's how it all begins. We got 33% from contact to appointment set because of both. And you have to have both. So now I'm just curious, and before we get into the skill set, what are you going to do? Like we talked about those several steps. What's one you're really like starting tomorrow? You're going to say, this week, I'm 100% dedicating myself to this. And then you add another one. Then you add another one. So out of those several things I dropped in there, what's one you're going to start focus on immediately? Because you don't need to focus on all of it immediately, right? I would say trickle it in. It's called a progression pattern. You trickle it in over the next, let's say few weeks. Starting now, starting tomorrow. Let's go. What else? Control the controllable. Yes. Practice scripts every day. I love it. I love it. There is no shortcut. Need to work. That's it. The shortcut's the long way. All right. So here's one other thing. And this is just a little quick challenge for you guys. So we're halfway through the year. Can you believe it? Halfway through the year. Would I stop watching Netflix? Do it. Here's what I would suggest everybody does. Look at the last 6 months. Okay. Just look at it and be honest. What do you need to change? Like, what do you need to change? Where do you need to do more work? Where do you need to go ahead and focus more? Like, where is it? I had this realization today. I was sitting there and I was just writing a post or whatever, just about like, who are you chasing? Right? Who are you chasing? And what it hit me and I realized was like, man, we're 6 months in, right? We're halfway through the year. And I don't think I'm doing enough to chase that next version of me. I do a decent amount, but I don't think I'm doing enough. Like, I don't think I have accelerated focus and action to reach that next version of me. Do you guys think that you have enough accelerated action in this moment to reach that next version? Because if you do, that's great. But if not, just evaluate. Last 6 months, where was I? Next 6 months, where do I want to be? And what's needed today in order to accelerate my action, to collapse time from where I'm at to where I want to go? And then dedicate yourself and dedicate yourself. Separation season, baby. It's up to you which way you go. Up to you which way you go. All right. So let's dive into some skill set stuff. All right. Once again, guys, if you guys want to hit me up on Instagram at Real John Marone, the guy who said, sounds like I'm 20, you can hit me up on there. Let me know if I look like I'm 20, because that'd be a nice little nice little compliment. Thanks, brother. But yeah, it's at Real John Marone. So definitely go ahead and hit me up and let's chat. If there's anything that myself and the CINC community can do to add value to you, that is why we are here. All right, so who here wants to role play? So this is what I'm going to do because I have some hands raised. I'm going to lower all these hands. Okay. I'll lower these hands. All right. Who here would like to role play on the buyer side? Who would like to role play? Okay. Let's see. Let's see. See my man Stu on here. What up, Stu? All right. So we got Brandon, my man Brandon. Brandon, I am going to unmute you here in 3, 2, 1. Let's see. Boom. All right, Brandon, let's get you unmuted, brother. All right, Brandon, you there? Brandon, I cannot hear you. You are unmuted, but I cannot hear you. You might be on like a Bluetooth or something. I'm going to mute you, and then I'm going to ask to unmute you one more time and see if we can get this. If not, bring somebody else up. All right, Brandon, you there? All right, I cannot hear you, Brandon. Sorry, brother. So we're going to go to the next person to keep this thing rocking and rolling. So I'm going to, boop. Okay. All right, so let's see. All right, Stu, my man, looks like you said you had Mike on your team is ready to go. All right, Mike, get ready. Stu just threw your name out there, so let's get you unmuted here. Brandon, it's all good, brother. It's all good. Next time. I had it on Bluetooth. See? Had a feeling. All right, let's see. Get you unmuted there, Stu. Or Mike, whoever's gonna. Stu, you there, brother?
Hello.
Stu, you there?
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can. How's it going?
All right, I got Mike on our team that's going to be role playing with you today.
Boom. Mike, what's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. Let everybody know where you're listening in from and how long you've been in real estate.
We are in Arlington, Texas. I've been in real estate on this team for 2.5 months.
Boom. Okay, so with that team, prior to that, you don't tell us what team you're on, but how long have you been in real estate altogether?
About 3.5 years.
3.5 years. Okay, awesome. I love it. So new to the team. So have you been to a conversion? I know Stu has. Have you been to a conversion day?
No.
No. All right, don't worry. Stu and the rest of the team will get you there. I'm sure of it. So what scripts are you using for the buy side right now?
CINC scripts.
Are you
CINC
using
script.
Okay, cool. So then this is what we're going to do, brother. We're just going to make it's super safe and comfortable situation as far as we're just going to do a quick role play and then we're going to give some feedback. And then I will probably do some role playing on my end to you. If there's certain situations I think that could have went differently. Does that work?
That'd be great.
All righty. Awesome. So first things first, guys, what we always do, we always practice like we play, right? And what I mean by that, and it's just if you have the opportunity to, you know, Mike, I don't see you over there, so I don't know if you could stand up, but if you can, we stand up, right? We go ahead and get ourselves into the situation as if we were about to call this $10 million lead. And so we practice like we play, but the big thing, guys, and this is for everybody, write this down, practice makes progress. Practice makes progress, not practice makes perfect. When we say those words, we think it's just words, but they're actually creating a perspective of if, let's say, Mike and I did this and Mike did not do well. And all of a sudden he's like, man, I couldn't get it done right. He does it again and doesn't do it right. He stops practicing because it's not perfect, right? So practice makes progress, not perfect. But my man, Mike, give me a call and let's go ahead and do this role play. So go ring, ring, ring.
Right. Hello, this is Mike from the home search site. I noticed you were looking at houses in the Arlington, Mansfield area. Were you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, or are you just browsing for right now?
Yeah, man, we are just browsing right now.
Perfect. That's exactly what the website's there for. While I got you on the phone, what prompted you to start browsing?
We're just we're really crammed over here. And where I drive to work, it's just I'm in a car 10 hours a day. So small place and too far the drive right now.
So how far is that drive for you?
Weekly it's about 10 hours or so. I'm in the car.
Wow, that's a lot. Did you have you have
You got it. You're crushing it, bro. Keep going.
what you said you were crammed in the place that you're currently in. I mean, are you how big is the current house that you're in right now?
So right now we're in a 2-2.
Perfect. And are you looking at moving up to a 3-2 or a 4-2, or how much bigger of a home do you think you need?
Definitely 4 bedrooms. We have with the kids basically bunking, so we need at least 4.
Wow, how many kids you got?
We have 3 kids.
3 kids. Wow. Perfect. And you want everybody to have their own bedroom, I assume?
Yes, please. That's a must.
So how old are the kids?
We have a 6-year-old, a 10-year-old, and then a 13-year-old.
Wow. Perfect. Well, I'd love to get you in the right house. Is Arlington Mansfield area the area that you're primarily looking because it's closer to your job, or?
Yeah, for sure. I want to get closer to where I'm at, and so it'd be like downtown Arlington.
Excellent. Well, I'd like to make sure that we narrow that down for you and get you on the right properties. And I'd love to meet you in person so you can fit a face to a voice and everything. When would be a good time for us to meet? Friday or Saturday?
Man, I just don't think with this market, with everything going the way it's going, I don't know if now is the right time, kind of waiting for things to maybe slow down or crash. And that's maybe the best time to buy.
I totally understand where you're coming from, but that's exactly why I think we need to meet so we can go over the perfect strategy for you, so we can make sure that we get you in the right property at the right time.
Yeah. And so if you can send me some stuff, man, if we see something that we like and it makes sense, then I could let you know. But I think we might wait about 12 months once again, just because I think by then things will start to settle down and the dust will clear a little bit.
What do you believe is going to settle down?
From what they're saying on TV and everything, that it's, we got about 12-month spike, and then they're hoping that it, slows down with the interest rates, and prices of the homes will come down a bit. And I don't want to overpay,
I understand that you want to, that you don't want to overpay and everything, but interest rates,
You got it. Go with your gut, brother. I'm trying to tell you what to say. I know. I hear you, Stu. Trying to be a good leader and tell you, just go ahead and go with your gut on where you would go with that conversation, if it was maybe like your friend or something. So I'm like, you know what, man, I think I just, with interest rates slowing down and, the prices coming down, I think that's probably gonna be the best time to buy, because I don't want to overpay.
I'm sorry, I just got stumped on.
All good, dude. First off, that was a great job. Okay. So blow it up in the chat, guys. Give him some love, because first, for him to jump in here and do it, and never been to a conversion day or anything. And so I applaud you. For getting in there and doing it. What else? Look, see, the chat's blowing up for you, man. Get that confidence, dude. Here's what I would say. Your opening line was good. It was really good. And I want you to continue to practice that and to make it your own. The one small change, and we changed this internally, and then we put this out there, I think maybe 18 months ago, and it's not big, but we changed 3 to 6 months with a few months. So
okay,
looking to make a move in the next few months, or are you just browsing?
Okay.
right? And once again, that is not like the game changer, but some people feel a little bit more comfortable saying few versus 3 to 6. So that's up to you. What I will say is this though, the tonality will get better the more you practice it. For instance, when you said it, you had a little bit of tonality, but there was not a big curiosity tonality. And so way that it should and could have sounded was like, hey, you're looking over in the Arlington area at some homes. I'm just curious, you looking to make a move in the next few months, or are you just browsing?
Okay.
So what I did is I elongated the word move, right? Looking to make a move. I don't say buy, I say move. Move in the next few months, or are you just browsing? And I just dropped the tone down. So that's how you build a curiosity tonality, right? You come up like a peak, move, or just browsing. And when you do that, it's not just about what you say, it's how we say it. The wall comes down a little bit and it's not as forceful of a question. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So then I said, yeah, man, I'm just browsing. Then you crush it. Perfect, man. That's exactly what the site is for. While I have you, what's prompting you to browse? I love the way you did that. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but I love how you threw in like your uhs in there. I'm a fan of that. There's a lot of sales gurus that say, don't say don't say And in the world we live in nowadays, the more polished you are, the more perfect you are, the less influential you could be, right? Imperfection creates influence. And so the way you did it was like, you threw in the words and had like not a stutter, but like you didn't hit every single word absolutely perfect. And from after 8,000 agents we've trained, that is how you get better results of building rapport. So I went in, I told you, and then I did stump you a little bit, right? When I was talking about the interest rates and everything. But prior to that, you did a good job building it up. And you did a great job, guys. I don't know if you heard him. When I said I'm driving 10 hours, right? And by the way, I told you 10 hours twice, then you had to ask me again. And that could be because, you're in the office now, people are probably trying to tell you what to say, right? So it's hard to listen. But also because you're thinking of the next question to ask while I'm answering the current question. And so that's a little bit, right? Because I could be like, man, I told you 10 hours.
Right.
I said it twice already, but I didn't. So I rolled with it. But then he said something, guys, that was really good. He said, wow, man, 10 hours. Right? Like you were that right there. So do you know, Mike, the only reason why humans make decisions, there's only 2 reasons. Do you know why?
Why?
Pain or pleasure. So what we want to do, right? The psychology behind sales and the art and science behind it is we want to heighten that pain or pleasure. So how do we do it? Wow, man, 10 hours. Dig that knife in deeper, right? That's what you need to do, but you miss a great opportunity. So I'm going to play this out with you really quick, because then you jump to the next question about my house being crammed, right? Which is good, but you shouldn't have left just yet. So I want you to tell me, Mike, just say, hey, yeah, I'm looking to get 10 hours closer to work. Or I'm trying to get closer to work. I drive 10 hours now. Go ahead.
I'm trying to get to work. I drive 10 hours to work every day or every week.
Man, 10 hours. Wow. Okay. So how close are you trying to get? I mean, obviously now you're 10 hours. How close are you trying to get?
But, at least half of that.
Okay. So trying to get about 5 hours back in your week or so. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm curious, man, just because I hear this all the time, right? So I'm always curious, like with those 5 hours, what are you currently not able to do or missing out on that you'd wish you kind of, had back and you're hoping to get back when you get closer to work?
Spending time with kids.
Okay. What do you mean spend time with the kids? Can you tell me a little bit more?
Helping them with their homework, just quality time.
Okay. So, obviously my role here is to get you into a home, right? But the reason why we love what I do, man, is because I get the opportunity to hopefully be able to provide you those 5 hours back with your kids every single week. So just to let you know, man, that's gonna be my main focus, making sure that happens for you. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
All right, perfect. So now that you said you had kids, you talked about you're crammed, right, in your house. Tell me a little bit more about, you said you're crammed. What do you mean by that? How small of a house are you in now? And then I'll stop there for a second. What just happened there though, Mike? Did you hear the path I went?
Yeah, you focused on what instead of the pain, you refocused on the pleasure. What would be the benefit of moving closer, and refocused on what's most important is kids.
And I could have dug even deeper, right? Depending on how you responded. But all I did, guys, simply was, man, how close are you trying to get? Let me get clarity on it. 5 hours back. Okay, so I'm just curious, like, why? Like, what would you do with those 5 hours? That key question. He then tells me his kids. Did I stop there?
No.
I said, okay, well, tell me a little bit more. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Because, guys, our first why is always our lie, right? First why is always a lie. And the reason why is because we don't want to set ourselves up to feel hurt and pain and shame and guilt and disappointment. And so we say, oh yeah, it's our kids. Well, what do you mean by that? What do you mean it's your kids? I'm missing out on quality time with them, their homework, moments. Now I'm digging deeper. So now when I come back and I ask you for an appointment, I'm not going to say, so I can get you some time back with your kids. I'm going to dig deep into, so we can create those memories with your kids and be able to, for you to be there to help with their homework and be a part of those moments. It's way deeper than getting you 5 hours back in your week, right?
Right.
So that's the big thing. Then I'd go to the whole cram situation, which you did, right? How small is your house now? Or, how many bedrooms do you have now? How big are you trying to get? So the follow-up question, when I told you, man, I need 4 bedrooms, you jumped, right? And I always talk about staying in a pocket. A great question to ask. And you and I could role play it out because you left that once I said, yeah, I need 4 bedrooms. You said, oh, okay, 4 bedrooms for your kids. How old are your kids? All right. Then you left. The way it should have sounded when he says I need 4 bedrooms, the question of follow-up, guys, and write this down. They said he needed 4 bedrooms. Interesting. Okay. So why 4 bedrooms? All right. So let's role play that out really quick with me, Mike, if you don't mind. So you're going to tell me 4 bedrooms and I'm going to ask a few questions following that are going to bring more value to the conversation. So tell me you need 4 bedrooms.
We need 4 bedrooms.
Okay, awesome. So why 4 bedrooms? Why is that important to you?
We have 3 kids.
Okay, so 3 kids.
Family.
You have 2 bedrooms now, you said?
Right now, the kids are living in those, bunked together in that one room.
Wow. Okay, man. So real quick, how old are your kids?
6, 10, and 13.
6, 10, and 13. Okay. Boys or girls?
All boys.
All. I can only imagine the ruckus and the things that probably get broken in that home. Oh man, poor wife, your poor wife. So let me ask you, man, what would that be like to be able to have, the kids have their own room? Like, what would that be like for you and the family?
It'd be a lot quieter. Everybody would have their own personal space, so it'd be a lot more comfortable for everybody, for sure.
And what do you think just ultimately what that would do for the family?
More personal space. I think it'd be great.
Maybe some less broken bones, right?
Less fighting.
We hope, right? We hope. All right, awesome, man. So obviously, the 4 bedrooms, going back to it before, it's important to me, but I want to make sure that the quality of living space is there for you guys as well. And then I'd go back into another question, right? So what did I do there that was a little different? Did you hear the 2 questions I asked? So the one question, yeah. So one question, I know you're role playing with me, so it's hard sometimes. The one question after you said 4 kids, I said, man, okay, so why 4 kids or 4 bedrooms? Why 4 bedrooms? I have 3 kids. Okay, man. Then I built the pain back. So wait, you have 3 kids and 2 beds? How's that work? Right? I heard the pain. Then I'd say, okay, so what would that do for you to be able to have? So why 4 bedrooms? Right? Dug into the pain. And what would that do for you to be able to have extra space? And then I said, okay, what would that do for the family dynamic? Like, what would that feel like? Now, guys, I'm going this way with every single client. We talked about before, skill set and mindset. Realize this one thing, guys. in this type of market, if you're not building true value and truly showing how much you care about their situation, they're going to continue to use the excuse. They're waiting for the market. Send me something. I'll let you know if I like it. Waiting for it to crash. They'll continue to do that because they don't think you, A, understand their problem, and B, they sure as hell don't think you could solve it and overcome that excuse. Right. So the last piece of this, and this is everybody, is the objection that everybody's getting right now, which is, man, waiting for interest rates to drop, waiting for the market to slow down, waiting for it to settle. And you're at that point, like trying to figure out how to overcome that. Right. And that, because it could be difficult. Right. It could be difficult, but an easy way, man, an easy way to do that is simply by this objection handler. Right. So now if we got this deep into the conversation, this is how it's going to sound. And I'll give it to you if like we didn't actually get deep at all. So they go ahead and they say, yeah, you know, John, I just really want to have one, but I just don't know if right now is the right time. We've got markets going crazy. I would use his exact words. Okay. Look, man, I totally get it. Let's just do this. Let's just put market crashing, not crashing to the side. Okay. My goal here is to make sure to get you into the 4-bedroom house so that you have more synergy, better environment for the kids. For me, most importantly, I think for you is getting the 5 hours back in your week, right? To be able to build those memories and those moments with your kids, be able to get that quality time. But I'm also not here to force you in anything. I just want to make sure you got the right person with the right strategy for the right time. Is that fair? Yes.
Absolutely.
So look, next up in the process is we're going to just do a quick Zoom or face-to-face, or it's more convenient for you. And the best case scenario is we find something that checks off all those boxes and we make sure that you're not overpaying for it and we get you in sooner rather than later. Worst case scenario, but still a good scenario, is that we keep our eyes peeled on this market and we continue to put things in front of you that look like they could work for you, and we make a decision as they come in. Does that work? Yeah, that works. All right. So next step, let's go ahead and get a face-to-face so you can make sure that you know the face to the name. Also, you can kind of see our strategy. And I'm gonna hand select some homes for you, Mike, so that when we meet, you can kind of see what I'm thinking that's out there. So we can make sure that you know, when I bring you these things, that we're looking at the right stuff and barking up the right tree. Does that work for you?
Absolutely.
All right, perfect. All right. So with that being said, the close on that is, let's just put that to the side. Right, let's just put that to the side and let's have a conversation. I'm not here to force you anything. I just want to make sure you got this, the close right here is the right person with the right strategy for the right time. Right. And it's doing it with the empathy of like truly caring, because you go back to the beginning of like, if you were just to find out, oh, just 5 hours back in my week, if you were just to find out that they're in a 2-bedroom and they need a 4-bedroom, there's not too much empathy you could have there, right? But when you go deeper into the person's actual situations, things change a bit. Does that make sense for you?
Yes.
So now that I have you, because we got about 15 minutes left, what questions do you have? Because you were the one who did the. I want to know what
Nothing
question.
at this time. It's a lot of information over a short period of time, but it's just a lot of practicing.
There it is. Right. That's it's 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week will increase your income 100%. Now you want to increase that, you'll increase it even more, right? 30 minutes a day. And I'm sure everybody on this call could dedicate a minimum of 15 minutes a day to master their craft, especially in this type of the market and the season we're in. So I appreciate you, Mike. I know that Stu kind of brought you up. I don't know if you said, hey, I'm ready for it, or Stu just went and said, you're ready for it. But either way, man, I appreciate you getting in here. I appreciate you role playing with me. And if you need anything, you guys know where to find me. So just reach out. But I definitely appreciate you role playing and getting vulnerable with it.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks.
Absolutely. All right, put that on mute. So what were the takeaways from that role play, guys? I'm going through the chat now. What were the takeaways from that role play? I'm going through some stuff now. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I want to answer this one. So Johnny says, you always presume that people will answer in a certain way. They don't. Most of them are nasty and want to be left alone, surfing the internet and not have an agent or a bunch of them call them. Johnny, I get it. Look, I sell here in Destin, Florida. Okay, so guys, I'm not just here talking to you guys about this. I'm not just somebody who runs CINC Conversion Day and we've trained 8,000 agents. That's one piece of it. But I also sell here in Destin, Florida. And so I get it, man. I know that that's out there. Not everybody's going to answer the same way. Absolutely not. And that's why it's so important for you to understand the practice. And when somebody is nasty, a lot of times that comes from, some people are just going to be nasty. That's the first look of it. But that also comes from you not having confidence, right? And you hearing it and then all of a sudden coming on a defense and the thing starts to get even nastier, the conversation, right? So someone says, man, I just want to be left alone and I just want to look on the site. Absolutely. That's what it's there for. But the reason I'm calling is to make sure if there's anything that maybe we don't know about the situation that we could look offline, some off-market properties that'll go ahead and make sense to go ahead and send to you as well. Do you want me to send those to you? Yeah, sure. Now the tone has changed, right? When I say we've got some off-market properties that, might match what you're looking for, but I just want to dive a little bit deeper so I can send those to you and not have you miss out on that. Right. So Johnny, just kind of give you a heads up on that. Let's see. Going down. You can't have too much empathy. Pay attention to what people say. Make sure you re-ask the whys, dig deeper. Yep. Be interested in what they say. The big thing about being interested in what they say, guys, this is a practice we all need to have, is start listening to understand and not listening to respond. Right? I still need to work on it. Like I still need to work on it. Everybody does. Start listening to understand, don't listen to respond. But the reason why in sales we listen to respond is because of one of two reasons. One, we think we know everything, and so we want to tell them everything. Or two, we seriously have no clue what to say next, that we are trying to think about what to say next because we haven't practiced enough. Right? Those are usually the two reasons why. Let's see, change 3 to 6, a few, repeat yourself, use a relaxed but empathetic tone. Absolutely. Let's see, when they're nasty, they're ready to buy. I love when they push back. Control the controllables. There you go, Christine. Boom, keep them dropping here. Good, perfect. Stay in the pocket. Yeah, that's the big one, right? That's the big one, staying in the pocket. So what I want to do now is, because we've got 10 minutes left or so, I want to see if anybody has an objection or something they're struggling with. So I can go ahead and help you guys overcome it. So drop that into the chat. Any kind of objections you guys are coming up against? Can you get a recording of this? Yeah, it should be in your, it should be uploaded into like the portal or YouTube. But if you email training@cincpro.com, they'll get it to you. Let's see. All right, so I like this one because this one is one we always get. Brandon says, I have a realtor, but they don't have a site. So Brandon, with that, the way to rebuttal against I have an agent is, hey, look, no, I totally get it. Let me ask you this. If I were to find something that checked off all those boxes, would you, but it wasn't on the market yet, would you want me to send that to you? Like I did before, right? With the nasty guy who like doesn't want to talk to me. Same exact thing, right? Bringing value. So it's saying, hey, look, I totally get it. Let me ask you this. If we were to find something that checked off all your boxes, right, but wasn't on the market yet, do you want me to send that to you? They say yes. Then a follow-up is, all right, perfect. I don't want to send you a bunch of useless emails. I know we probably both get enough of those. So tell me a little bit more about what are these boxes that you're trying to check off. And what you'll find, Brandon, is that one, at the end of that call, they will push to meet with you. That's the best case scenario. Or two, they are working with an agent, but that agent did not just go 3 whys deep and truly unpack and uncover the true problem. So they'll probably find a reason why their agent is dropping the ball and come back to you. Does that make sense, Brandon? Let's see. Okay, here we go. Boom, boom. All right, let's go. We got a few more. Just going through these guys. Very old lead who hasn't been on a site in forever. Stacy, call them. Keep calling and never stop calling until they tell you to stop calling. Then you give it to somebody else to call. No, but I mean, that's, for that, that's why, when we call, it's very, I would say, surface as far as, hey, I know you're looking in this area. Oh man, I haven't looked there in years. Okay, tell me about your situation. Are you still looking to purchase over here. They're still looking to make a move over here. So the very old leads, usually the ones that people don't pay attention to, but when you talk to people that pay attention to the old leads, you'll see how much actual, how many actual transactions come from leads that are in your system for, 12, 19 plus months. We just had somebody, I think our last conversion that you were at, Stace, right? That closed it out. It was like 4 years in the system. So just making sure you guys know that an old lead is not a dead lead. An old lead is not a dead lead at all. All right, let's see what else we got here. Renting versus buying. Just need to know a little bit more about that, right? So if they, hey, I'm looking to rent, I would just talk about, okay, tell me a little bit more about why renting versus buying, bring it up, add value, see if there's, they have an opportunity to buy, say, obviously, the same exact script. So the renting versus buying is going to be definitely situational based. And that would have to be kind of role played out. If they're assigned with another agent, then yeah, then Brandon, you don't want to mess with that. You could leave them on your site, right? Because they signed up for it. But if they already have signed that agreement, but 2% of agents actually get that done. So you have to understand that, but some will, and that's fair. You don't step on those toes. I mean, you definitely don't, because that person did a great job of getting the agreement signed when many agents don't even ask for it. Let's see. How do you get people to return calls, texts, and emails? One is don't leave voicemails. Right? Don't leave voicemails. Two would be if you're sending anything, have a call to action. There's an email, there's a text, have a call to action on there. So always ask yourself, A, what's in it for me is what they're thinking. Same with your social media post. Same thing with your calling, right? They're always thinking, what's in it for me? So if you come with a what's in it for me as far as what they're thinking and have a call to action, you have a much, much better conversion rate. Let's see. Okay, today's my first day of calling and couldn't take conversation further after client said just browsing. That's why the scripts are so important, and I would 1010% get into a conversion day. We have Asheville coming up in August. We got another one in Arizona. We got a conversion day before the summit in October. We got Nashville in December. Get to a conversion day. It's going to be probably the most beneficial thing for you is to be in a live setting with this. Christine said I closed the lead and that was 1,400 days in. I love it. And we see that all the time, right? Do you trash a lead with total bad info? No, you don't want to, in case they come in and they make, they change their info on it, right? You can connect the two contact records. Let's see. Don't ever give up on old leads. That's right. Yeah, same opening script, Stacy. Same opening script. Do you think, do you do the twice within minutes every day after day? Oh, gotcha. Okay. So Veronica said, do I do the double tap? And what a double tap is you get a lead, you call, you hang up, you call right back. Absolutely. But you don't do it if they're in your system for a while. That's only like in the first, 10 minutes if they've, 5 minutes is ideal. But it's when they first sign up, you call, you don't leave a voicemail and you call right back. It increases it like 40% that they're going to pick up. So be ready on that second one. There are also leads that have never opened an email, text, or even taken a look at properties. Then what? You keep calling. You don't know, right? We just don't know. So you paid for the lead. And if you didn't pay for the lead, act as if you did and keep dialing. Even if you didn't pay for the lead, if you act as if you did pay for it, you probably wouldn't stop dialing, right? Man, that's a $12 lead. That's a $4 lead. If I compound that to 20 people that have opened my emails every single month, that's going to compound into a lot of money wasted. So keep dialing. Oh, here we go. I lost out 3 deals this year that were over 1,000 days old because I followed up too late. Nathan, there's probably way more than that too that actually picked up, that didn't pick up, right? I do that all the time. Let's see, Dallas. We don't have any in Dallas coming up. Sorry, Pat. All right. So here's my question to you guys, right? We got a few minutes left. First off, thank you guys for joining today because, obviously you guys couldn't do anything in an hour. You guys could have chose anything and you guys chose to be here. So I appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, once again, I'm going to drop my social media down there. Hit me up. I want to see if there's anything we can do to help you, get you to a conversion day. We're here to help. So hit me up on Instagram and send me a message if you have any questions. But what are some takeaways, right? I'm just curious. Let's take a few takeaways. Drop your takeaway from today. What is your takeaway from today? What are some takeaways from today? Whether it's the mindset, whether it's the skill set side of it, what was it? Stay at it. That's it, man. Keep swinging. Keep calling. Pain and pleasure. Don't leave voicemails. Mindset. Continue to dig deeper. Control the controllable. Let's go. Don't give up on calling. The 7 bang up rules. I love it. Listen to understand, not listen to respond. Yes, being able to connect with people's pains and pleasures will bring results. Love it. Love it. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Good stuff, guys. So I like to see you guys were engaged. You guys were listening to it, because I know that first bit could rub people the wrong way sometimes. And I don't do it to rub you the wrong way, as far as, you know, speaking the truth and kind of hitting you in the mouth a little bit about the situation that we're in the season of our business in real estate. So I appreciate you guys being good with telling you what you need to hear versus what you want to hear. Once again, hit me up on Instagram at @RealJohnMarone. Please come to a conversion day. Okay, cincommunity.com/CINC University, I think it is. Please come to a conversion day. We want to go ahead and meet you. We want to have a conversation with you. We want to put you in a room with people that are just like you, trying to get better, trying to grow. And in this type of season of our industry, there is no better and no more important time to truly focus on your mindset and skill set training. Right? Remember those rules. The first rule of that is what? Start now. Step up or step out. Step up or step out. You pick one. Time to step up, people. Step up. I'm excited to talk to you guys in a few weeks to hear how you stepped up. Let's go. Bring it. See you guys, if not an event, hopefully on the IG, and if not there, hopefully on the next call. So keep crushing it, guys. Step up, and we'll see you guys in a few weeks.